she say?
JR.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports, is the Who's Up Next podcast.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy JR, aka the Big Fella. So many things going on, so much news to get to on the show today. Hopefully everybody can hear me. We had some mic issues, so I'm using the computer's mic. Everything should be love. We're going to take a different turn with the show and other things with CCP and the stuff that we're doing. So, we'll have guests in studio. We'll have guests online, but it's just going to be your boy, the Big Fella, from here on out. I did want to say this before we jump into the rest of the show. When it comes to life, once I retired and started coaching athletes, from pros down, I've always said that when you're doing something good or you're heading in a good direction, life is not your friend. Life will try to destroy everything you're trying to build. And so I tell everybody out there, try to fight through what you're going through and get to the places you're trying to be. The Big Fella, I'm going to do what I got to do, and we're going to make this thing shine. But we're going to have a great show today. So what we're doing is issuing in some new stuff like the highlight series. We're going to be featuring some great athletes today. Got some big news from the NCAA, and we're just going to get up into it. First thing I wanted to talk to everybody about was some of the announcements when it comes to the NCAA that have come out. It's pretty big news. Definitely stuff that I think that should be talked about on this show. So we're going to do that. I wanted to, it came across my feed. I get all these alerts from the NCAA. Complete College Prospect is an NCAA certified company when it comes to coaches being able to come to them for recruiting information. So we get a chance to get a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of information. So I definitely wanted to put some things out there. First things first, let's get into the changes that are coming to the NCAA. Over the last few weeks, you have definitely heard me talk about on this show the fact that they are about to go into the unlimited transfers without penalty. That's definitely going to change how high school recruiting happens. Kids are going to be able to stay in longer, do other things. You also heard me discuss that they are giving out an extra year to athletes that lost a year from 2019 to today. And so, again, that's going to hurt some recruiting. So athletes need to prepare themselves for that on all levels. But you heard us talk about the discussion about the Super League for the NCAA when it comes to, I think it's top 82 teams and then play-ins and play-outs every year. This has all been a progression heading in a direction. And so I try to keep everybody up to date with everything that's going on because this is going to be a big change, not only for athletes, but for coaches, for parents. I truly hope that people take heed to what I'm going to say today, because if you don't, you're going to get ran over by the train. And if you're an athlete, you're going to be wondering how you got left behind. If you're a parent, you're going to be feeling upset because you made mistakes in how your kid was recruited or being prepared and not listening. If you're a high school coach, you're going to lose players because if you don't heed the warning of what's going on right now, right? So most of you out there have heard people at times say that they play semi-pro sports. That's nonsense. If you don't collect a check, you're not a pro, right? I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade, but I just get tired of hearing it. Plus, it's just complete and utter nonsense, and it belittles everyone who has worked their butt off to become a professional athlete, if you're being honest. So what's changed is the NCAA, in the NCAA versus basically the United States, they ruled in favor of the colleges being able to pay athletes from here on out. So what I want people to understand is college is now going to be what should be considered semi-pro. That's how this is going from here on out, right? College will be semi-pro. High school will be the new college. And this starts as of this year coming up, 2024 to 25. That's not a question. Coaches, I'm going to show you the proof. I got receipts. I'm going to show you the proof here in just a second. High school coaches, some of you are going to try to stick to the old rules of, you know, I'm waiting to play you till later. Kids aren't going to wait around. Kids are going to transfer. Parents are going to move. Whatever has to be done, because they now know that there's money on the other, just a couple years away. It's not they got to go to college and then get to the pros. So what has happened with this NCAA thing is the NCAA has made the decision to allow schools to pay. So they have an opportunity to figure out how they want to do it. So let's get up in here. USC and Ohio State have announced how they're going to pay athletes. So USC announced that they're going to go with the profit sharing model with revenue sharing, which when they put up their 2023 numbers said that they will now pay out the 22% of their profit from the year to athletes. Now, that does not mean every athlete. So this is how it works. They can decide if they want to split it amongst everybody. If they did that, USC has 511 NCAA athletes across all their sports. They figured that if they paid everybody, it'd be $63,000 a year for every sport, for every athlete. They're not going to do that. I can tell you because I got some new news that came in this morning, hot off the press. I'm going to put that up in a second. That's going to tell you how skewed that number really is. So $63,000 a year. You will become an employee of the school, though. Don't think that's not the case. So that'll put in some new rules. But for some of you, you're going to be making more money than your parents make. And over 4 years, a lot more money than your parents make. And that's not including your NIL money. That's direct payments from universities. And so with that, high school coaches need to understand that you're going to get the parents and the kids that say, hey, if my kid is sitting, we can't wait around. If my kid's not learning anything, we can't wait around. And you're going to have to understand the old model is out the door. You athletes, you're going to have to understand that you need to now get on top of your business. You know, parents, it's a business. So when you say that your kid doesn't need a trainer because you can train them in the backyard, you might want to rethink that when there's all this money on the line. We're going to get into it, though. When it comes to using recruiting services, the good ones, and there are some. Complete College Prospect is a exposure and recruiting company. They'll help you out, do some things to help you get where you're going. But there's also some other good ones out there. When it comes to getting rated, it's going to be important because now it's more like being drafted from here on out if you're lucky enough to be a high school student and get an actual scholarship. Because the truth of the matter is, kids that aren't going to be rushing to the pros to get money, they can now stay. So you're going to see kids actually staying longer, which is going to make high school isn't even going to be the new JUCO. The transfer portal tried to make high school the new JUCO, but that's not even going to be the case. Realistically, high school is high school's the new college. Division II and below will be the new JUCOs. It's going to be hard to get into Division I straight out of high school. Unless you're a star, and I'm going to get into some of that stuff too because of these rules, right? So USC, that's 22% of their revenue. That was about a week ago when they came out. What do you know yesterday? Ohio State pays out. They're going to pay maximum athletes maximum revenue allowed by the settlement. Again, 22%. Ohio State makes more money than USC. So again, you figure it out yourselves about how much money as an athlete you're going to be bringing in when it comes to this. And I know somebody's going to say, well, some players are getting paid higher than others. That's not going to be the case. And I'll show you why. This news came out today. This is the biggest news, and it will hurt some sports. It will, for football, it's definitely going to make kids start flooding into programs in high school and youth and everything like that. Because of the direction this thing is going to go in. So let's see what comments we got. These athletes will need to give, yes, absolutely, financial managers. They will not be able to get agents because agents, that's a pro thing that will hinder your NCAA eligibility, gifts, things like that. There are still some rules with the NCAA that will stand and hold in effect that will cost you your eligibility, but you're getting a paycheck from the school, getting a paycheck from NIL, that's a thing. Like, that's a thing. It's not it. I'm telling you, the world is turned upside down when it comes to sports. High schools need to get on board with it and figure out what's going on, because they're going to see a huge shift in how things are done. And the snakes will be out. So if you're not prepared, the snakes will be out there to try to separate your kid from their money. Let's see, before college at this point. Oh, absolutely. So look, again, everything has changed. High school is the new college. And I just want you guys to know, Ohio State and all of these schools, it all goes into effect for the 2025 incoming student athletes, all of it. So this year is going to be a transition, but the kids that are being recruited this year and will sign and go in 2025, that'll be the first class that are getting paychecks as employees of the school, but nice checks. So, but here comes the biggest news that came out today that I definitely wanted to give hot off the press while I was preparing for the show. Here it goes. I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a minute. So college football is going to receive 75% of the NCAA settlement when it comes to back pay. And then moving forward, you can guarantee that football is going to be the primary when it comes to who gets paid and how much. That's just the facts. That's going to change everything. But from the past, college football players will receive 75% of the back pay. That's the back pay. I think they went back to like 2017. That's the back pay. It worked out to be like $9 billion, $10 billion back pay. That's going 75% of that's going to football. So that should tell you going forward how much money is actually going to go to football over all other sports. When it comes to, most schools are going to settle for profit sharing. It's the smartest plan. Instead, so that you don't have discrepancies and lawsuits about who's making what. Most schools are going to go, most Power Fives, everybody, they're going to go to the profit sharing. It's at 22% of a school's annual revenue from sports. And so you work out the math. If it's Alabama, Florida, Miami, not Penn, they slacking. Oh my God, Texas, anything in Texas. And this is going to dictate where kids go to school. It's just, it's going to be that simple. So, I hate to see kids get left behind, but here you go. You get in the news here, decisions to be made, things to be done. We're going to get into, we're not going to finish up with this subject. We're definitely going to get back into it in a little while. Again, it's your boy JR, Solo Dolo. Next week, I'm going to have a guest on the show, and I'm always looking for different people to come on if they're in studio or if they're online. We're going to figure it out, but I definitely got some kids I want to showcase. But let's get into the CCP family commercial, and we'll be right back after that. Dang.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. 999. Waiting for the exhale. I toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil.
Hey, welcome back. Before I get into showcasing these great young athletes that came across for me to showcase today, young men and women, y'all might want to have some conversations with these girlfriends and boyfriends and everything, because like y'all got life decisions to make with the information that I just put out there. I know some people are going to take that, they're going to hear this show, and then they're going to go back and not be serious about what the information they just received. And they're just not going to get ready. And the next thing you know, your kid's going to be sitting at school getting a $100,000 check, and it's going to destroy some lives, because some kids are prepared to have that kind of money. And I know some parents out there are thinking to themselves, well, I'll help my kid. I'll tell them this, I'll do that. But the truth of the matter is, if your kid is 18, you ain't telling them nothing. That's their money. And how can you tell them anything when they make more money than you if you guys haven't built that kind of relationship right now so that they're prepared right now? Don't trust your public schools to prepare them. That's not going to happen. Don't trust their high school coaches to prepare them, because that's not going to happen. So you need to get them ready for these big decisions that are coming extremely soon. Remember what I said, everything goes into effect in 2025. That is getting paid from the schools, plus on top of that NIL money, which we're going to touch base on in just a little bit as well. But let's get into it. The first kid that we're going to showcase on this highlight series, this new addition to the show, is Will Fella, a young kid out of Pine Creek High School in Colorado. He's a 2-star linebacker with CCP. Let's see what his clip is, and you tell me what you think.
I've been trying to find my way to leave, stuck in the belly of the beast. It's getting hard to breathe. Broken down, I'm turning in my sleep. Nothing is ever too steep. I'm trying to find my peace.
Cause I've been feeling up, down, put out, lost counts of every sin. Just trying to find a new way to say real change. It's not too late, fight away the darkness. New dawn, new day will break. I'm just holding on to happiness from all the pain, from something beautiful. Something beautiful. Something beautiful. I'm just holding on to happiness from all the pain.
Drowning so much, I'm affected by the ripple. Feeling so low that I can't even see the middle.
Hey, welcome back. Again, that's Will Fella out of Pine Creek High School in Colorado. I think that's down in Colorado Springs. 2-star linebacker with complete college prospect. Young guy, got 2 more years in high school. Well, 3 more years in high school. Looking for big things out of him. This next young lady is, let's see, we got comments. Let's see. I like how good he reads the handoff. Oh, absolutely. His potential from the, I think he's a Mike. His potential from the Mike position is great. And as he gets up in size, I think he's sitting at about 5'10" right now. But as he grows in size, he's either going to hit an edge position or stay in that line. He'll probably move to an outside backer if he stays below like 6'3". But his field vision is great. His ability to see through the congestion of the line, fantastic. Loved everything I saw about him. Definitely want to showcase this next young lady. When I got her, we had some great young softball pitchers, either on the show or in different parts of the CCP family. This young lady right here, her name is Marina Herod. She's a pitcher out of Dripping Springs High School in Texas. I'm gonna just let you watch. Like normally when you see the pitchers, they're a lot more stocky. They got that power, which makes them really good. This young lady is a lot more slender as a pitcher, but she's lighting them up. Let's get into it again. This is Marina Herod out of pitcher. She's a pitcher out of Dripping Springs, Texas.
Never been safe, but I'll never come closer. Another year down and another year older. A million fresh starts, what I needed was closure. Yeah, I lost who I was, but I found my composure. Yeah, when I found you, I found me.
Hey, so that was Marina Herod. Again, pitcher out of Dripping Springs, Texas. I want to say I think she's a sophomore or a junior. So she still got a little bit of time. She's going to put on some more skill. As you can see, at points, she was just freezing the batter. So I'm definitely impressed by this young lady. We definitely wanted to showcase her. If you want to get your athlete, you want to get on the highlight series, contact Complete College Prospect at ccpcustomerservice.com, or just go to ccprospects.com. That'll definitely get you over here on the show. Let's see. The next kid we got up is Kobe Riley. He's going to be an upcoming senior QB out of South Carolina. He's a 3-star athlete with Complete College Prospect. He's out of First Baptist High School. I think he's sitting at about 6'3", 206, 207 pounds. Take a look at him, man. Let me know what y'all think about this young man. Welcome back. So again, that kid right there, that's the Kobe Riley, great QB, First Baptist High School, South Carolina. Gonna definitely be a good young man. Coaches, don't miss out on recruiting him. His film is great. Seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders and doing great things out there in South Carolina. We have another kid from South Carolina. We have 2 South Carolina QBs that's going to be on the show today. And I keep my opinion to myself about who I think is more qualified or not, because they're amazing, both of them. But before we get into that, let's see. We got the thief. Okay, so this kid right here, his name is Jaden Mayberry out of Lone Peak High School in Utah. He's a 4-star athlete with CCP. He has a brother that also plays at Lone Peak High School who's an amazing athlete as well. This kid has offers from the University of Penn. Who else? Dartmouth, Yale, Washington, and a few others. A quarterback is crazy to throw a ball in. They should just never throw the ball when he's in the game. This young man he's definitely special. So I wanted to show that video. Let's go. So again, this is Jaden Mayberry, Lone Peak High School, DB, 4-star with CCP.
Pull up in a whip, baby, saying goddamn. When I hop on with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got fans, now they saying goddamn. Goddamn. They hating, I guess I gave them a reason. Feel like Roddy Ricch, cause I've been ballin' every season. Got them 20 pros with 14 inches wide. Hop up in my rack up, catch a vibe. Cause you know that F-250 go boom, boom. Girl, you looking like a whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop out with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got fans, now they saying goddamn. When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop out with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got fans.
Hey, I tried to tell y'all, his brother is that kind of athlete too. They're just two dogs in the same household. It's crazy. Let's see. Let's get into these comments, man. Hey, yep. Shout out to South Carolina. Definitely doing it big. The kid is 6'3". That was on the other kids of Kobe. Yeah, man. Hey, that I'm telling you right now, those two brothers, the Mayberries they're special. Lone Peak is a solid school out there in Utah as well. They're normally top 5 all the time. There's a couple. Corner Canyon is a banger, so they give them the blues. Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, kid's name is Jaden, 4-star with complete college prospect. He's an amazing athlete. Let's see. What position does? His brother's I swear his brother's a receiver or a safety. I'll get that information. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have his brother's videos on here soon too. Because again, as a family, they're just incredible. There's a couple of athletes that we just gonna have a video on here. We had Ben Parker here last week. You could guarantee you're about to see his videos as well. Another dominant QB that's being pumped up by everybody right now. Prep Red's on everybody. So we're gonna have him. We'll definitely get Jaden's brother. Jaden's brother. I think his name is Jay Sean Mayberry, and we'll get him on here. God, there's just so many more athletes, man. Schwickerath, that's a kid that we had an interview with a couple weeks back. You're gonna see some video of him. He's a linebacker, another monster. We got some linemen out there that are crazy. Some young ladies pitching, soccer. We got a couple of amazing soccer ladies that are insane. So you're definitely gonna see some videos. And again, if you got a great athlete out there that you want to see them in the highlight series, we'll get something creative for them, get them up on the show. This is part of being in the CCP family. This is what happens. This is how the information for you gets out there, the exposure for you gets out there. By getting on up here on the Who's Up Next show. The name ain't going to change. It's going to stay the Who's Up Next show. It's just, we're going to showcase the big fella. That's it. Because this really is about who's up next. And with the money that's on deck, I hope that it's you. If you ain't working out, if you aren't working out 6-7 days a week to try to perfect your craft, you're a fool. With the money that's on the line now, kids are going to be out there killing themselves. You're just going to fall behind, and it's just that simple. All right, man, let's go. We got the last QB, but before we get into that, there is an announcement. So let me put this up so it's there. Complete College Prospects has just released the college recruiting workbook. It does everything from your freshman year, 8th grade, all the way through the recruiting process to NIL deals, brand management, everything like that. I know there is a price on it. But what I heard is that if you are a member at CCP, you get the book as part of your membership. And it allows you to work, you and your parents to know everything you need to know from a recruiting standpoint. That way, if you can pay a company or you could go do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But at least with this, you will know exactly how to do the job. There's no questions. There's links for contact information when it comes to NCAA, how to get a hold of coaches and everything, walk you through official visits, unofficial visits, loopholes, pitfalls, the do's and the don'ts. It's all right there. Complete College Prospect, College Recruiting Workbook. I know it goes on sale on CompleteCollegeProspect.com today. And like I said, if you're just a member of CCP or you sign up for a membership, you get that free as part of what you do. I know they have 9 plans over there. So I'm pretty sure it's free with the lifetime memberships. So, yeah, there you go. All right, man. So let's get back into it. Last athlete up is Austin. I don't want to mess up his name. His name is Austin Grady, Northwood Academy, South Carolina, QB, 3-star athlete with Complete College Prospect. Y'all let me know. Well, let me get to the comments first. I don't want to miss nothing. Let's see. Claps up. Let's see, lead a new format. Love the new format. I appreciate you. Preach always. That's what I'm here for. Make sure athletes get the information they need. Like I said, I've done this thing, been through the process. I'm a cougar myself. You know what I'm saying? Not that kind of cougar. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the U of H. When I went to college, did the NCAA thing, been a professional athlete, retired. Now I'm doing other stuff and now hosting a show. So my thing is to make sure like there's going to be a lot of athletes that came through this thing. You stupid SJ. There's going to be a lot of athletes my age and they came before that are going to be upset about you young guys getting that money, you young men and women getting that money, but I'm not. That we were supposed to pave the way. And we did. You know what I'm saying? We got the little bit of funds. We didn't get fed all year long. We got fed part of the time, and then the rest was whatever. You had to figure it out. We definitely, it was ramen noodles in your dorm room and nonsense like that. So I get it. But I'm so happy for you guys to be getting paid. And I think that it's going to save a lot of lives. It's going to allow kids to come out with. There's going to be way more athletes that come out with degrees. I think that's going to be the number one thing. More athletes are going to come out with degrees because you're not forced to jump out because you're trying to feed your family. Your mother and father are struggling. Your siblings are struggling. You don't have to. You now can help the family right away. And I know some people are going to say things like, oh, well, you shouldn't have to help your family. That's great if you come from a wealthy family, a well-to-do family. But realistically, if you like me and you come from a single mother home, and she had to drop out of high school and she got kids, she's not going to be able to pull that off. So then you want to give back so she don't have to struggle. So your younger siblings don't have to struggle. So I get it. And that's why a lot of kids make the decision to jump to the pros before they even get a chance to get an education and they don't go back. Some guys and girls do go back and get their degrees. I did. But a lot of people don't, but this is going to change all of that. I promise you it's going to change all of that, but it's going to change everything when it comes to for you guys that just jumped in on the show, we're talking about the NCAA paying athletes now. It's also going to change things when it comes to, like I said, the recruiting process, because now let me say this, right? So there's a coach, I'm not going to say his name, college coach. He put up yesterday, he sees that the official offer lying season is in because kids are out there lying about some of their offers, saying they got offers at certain schools, knowing that they didn't, but it looks good because everybody else is getting them. If it makes you feel good, no harm, no foul, whatever, do what you do. Hey, for all we know, that might be the key to making some schools come your way. But the truth of the matter is, even for the kids that are getting offers, man, Oregon State, I know a lot of kids that got offers at Oregon State, but if you show up on a weekend and there's 20 receivers, and I promise you they don't have 20 receiver scholarships available. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to keep the process real, right? Like they don't have that. In any given year, a solid program, a high caliber program, UNLV is coming up. UNLV puts out quite a few offers. They might only have three actual scholarships available to give away. And it might not even be at the receiver position. They just kind of floating them out there to see what give, what take, because, you don't know what athletes are going to pan out, when and where and how. And, it is what it is. So the truth of the matter is some of those offers ain't even really offers. So why call out the kid that is throwing out an offer that makes him feel good that didn't hurt nobody? When we know for a fact, like for the guys and women that know, for most of you that know, that a lot of those offers ain't offers. You know what I'm saying? It's great. If you ain't over there on official visit, hell, some of the official visits ain't even, they just still hedging their bet. You might still be at the bottom of their list on their board, which means they're willing to accept you. But if those people come ahead of you that they really want, that they were aiming for, USC just lost 2 5-star recruits. You know what I'm saying? So like something like that happens. then yeah, they're gonna drop down on the board and see what they get, whatever's left over. If it fit and it worked, there you go. But that's just keeping it a buck, and that's what's gonna happen here on the Who's Up Next show from here on out. We're just gonna keep it a buck, man. So yeah, that's it. But recruiting is definitely about to change, man. Definitely about to change. Hey, so let's get into a fan favorite here on the show. It has been since day one. Hit World, let's go.
Yeah, I'm always down for 2 beers. There ain't nothing new. It's usually what I do here, but not tonight. Yeah, we had a bad one, way worse than the last one. Ain't no coming back from this goodbye. Looks like I did it again. Me and my stupid mouth. I took myself into a hole in a wall, and I gotta drink my way out. Bartender, pour me up again. I just took a look on my breaking. We gon' be here all night. She ain't the only thing I'm putting on my shit. I'm in the corner with the lights turned down. I can't take a good time, cold beer crowd. It's just me, Jack, and Jim. Want to play a little wind, live for me, my whiskey friends. Me and my whiskey friends. Me and my whiskey friends. We just need a slow song, trying to let her go song. Throw a little Jones on, leave us alone till she's long gone. Got a lot over her work left to do that we need to get into. So bartender, pour me up again. I just took a look on my heart breaking. We gon' be here all night. She ain't the only thing I'm putting on my shit. I'm in the corner with the lights turned down. I can't take a good time, cold beer crowd. It's just me, Jack, and Jim. Want to play a little wind, live for me, my whiskey friends. Me and my whiskey friends. Me and my whiskey friends. Me and my whiskey, me and my whiskey friends. I'm freezing beautiful.
Welcome back. Hit World, that is staying. I want to guarantee everybody is staying. We want to go, I'm going to stop saying we. I'm so used to having a partner in this thing. The show, I wanted to showcase pros today since, we've always showcased high school athletes, college athletes, but with the changes going to the NCAA, I wanted to emphasize the caliber of athlete to be a professional athlete because some of you guys are 12 months from becoming professional athletes. This is probably the first time you're going to hear that. 2025 athletes, you are officially about to become professional athletes in 12 months. I'm going to let that rest right there. And there's going to be some people that watch this show or some parents that are like, you're going to get paid, but you're not really pro. Again, some of these kids are going to be bringing home, I just showed you, football for a fact is going to be taking probably 70, 80% of that money. If USC was willing to give, if they figured out that if they split it up between all of their athletes in every sport, 511, it would have been $63,000 a year. Then let's go ahead and say that if football is getting 75 to 80%, some people's kids are about to come home making $200,000, $250,000 a year. If you add that up for 4 years, your kids just became a millionaire. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due as a gatekeeper and be like, hey, I appreciate y'all and welcome to the pros. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. You going to still have pro responsibilities. Coaches going to expect, as an employee of the school, they're going to expect you to train more than some kids train now. What's going to hurt is that I promise you when your professor is like, yo, I need that work, your coach going to be like, we paying you a mint. You better get your ass to practice. That's how that's going to play out. And parents going to have to accept that. I hate to even say this, but again, I told you we're going to keep it a buck on here from here on out. Yo, you dudes out there that are about to be basically semi-pro athletes, there are going to be a lot of girls out there trying to catch babies. You know what I'm saying? Them babies is paychecks. Like, I'm not, it's messed up to say, but I ain't created. Don't get mad at me. I'm not the one that created it. You know what I'm saying? This was created by those young women out there that do those types of things. You know what I'm saying? Or you young men. I'm not going to blame just the young ladies. You young men that are out there being irresponsible when it comes to protecting yourself and protecting her when doing what people do. You know what I'm saying? Remember that if you do that, then your paycheck is not your paycheck, it's y'all's paycheck. I just want y'all to know that. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross just put out a thing on Father's Day because he was happy that he was paying his last child support payment to his baby mom. And everybody was giving him love for going out there and flossing like that. But then she came back and flossed better because she was like, I don't even need your money no more. I could pay for college out of pocket. And I don't know about you, but the biggest flex to me was that. That meant that he paid her so much money for having a baby that she could pay for his college out of pocket. No stress. So it doesn't matter that he's the rapper. We barely know her name, but she got rapper money because she had the baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Bill Morris, if they become employees of the school, what are the chances scholarships will go away? They'll end up paying for tuition. That's out. They already worked that out. That's out. So scholarships are staying in place. That's how they work that thing out. So scholarships are staying in place. Where some of the problems are going to be is that with so much money going to a few sports, they have already, some sports have already been put on notice. Coaches have already been informed that the amount of scholarships that they have in their sports to offer are going to go down. Some sports are getting wiped out all the way. They said Olympic sports are definitely going to hurt at the college level because, they don't make no money. Again, we're going to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? They don't make no money. I hope all those, I didn't make the rules. I didn't say it was fair. I'm sure somebody's parents is going to try to sue the NCAA or try to sue some college. They're going to lose. This thing has already done what it has to do. It's employees, and it is what it is. You can choose to pay employees whatever you want to pay them as long as you're doing it equally. So the way I'm looking at the profit sharing is the reason I don't think some kids are going to make more than others is because say they go to pay football, unless they do it on like a management type of level, they're going to end up paying them across the board at your school. So it'll probably end up equal for the most part. Then there'll just be incentives with NIL money or probably incentives with amount of yards, passing yards, rushing yards, tackles. Same again, welcome to the pros. You know what I'm saying? Like that, there's no other way to put it. Welcome to the pros. There's going to be those incentives in those packages. And there you go. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. You don't know how many, when everybody tells you that making it to the pros is hard, it is. But it's not for what you think. It's not hard from a talent perspective. It's hard because I always tell athletes, the younger athletes, that you don't know the best athlete that ever played the sport that you like. It's like Michael Jordan, LeBron, whatever your argument is, it's not them. It's not Tom Brady. It's some guy who was great that went to jail, got someone pregnant, died, couldn't keep their grades up, but they were an amazing athlete. And if you go ask the athletes that you think are the greatest, they will tell you a guy or girl that was better than them, that shut them down, but they weren't the best. So that your athletes are the best athletes in the system. They were the ones that were able to do everything that was necessary. Come on, man. We know some great athletes in high school right now that are staying eligible. They only got one job, go to school, get the grades, go play. And they can't even pull that off. So that's what that thing is. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be different. Oh, it is. Oh, let me get back to that question. It is. I promise you that this pay thing is going to make, you are going to see kids run away from other sports and run towards the football and everything else. I know California was talking about stopping youth football till you got to like high school or something. Better rethink that. You better rethink that, or you're going to have a mass exodus from your state. It's that simple. It's going to be just like USC is going through right now, where kids are just leaving. So that's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. It gets no simpler than that. But football is going to get an influx of athletes for sure. But again, remember, you're going to get an influx of snakes. You're going to get an influx of people trying to come out and put their hand in your kid's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So you got to prepare for that. You parents out there, understand what I said. I didn't say 10 years from now. Let me put it back up, man. Let me put it back up because I just don't want there to be any confusion. So let's start with this part. From the settlement for the NCAA, the back pay, 75% of the back pay is going to football. That's from like 2016, 17 to today, back pay for paying athletes, what they're going to do moving forward. 75% is going to football. If 75% of the back pay is going to football, you could pretty much guarantee that 75+% going forward is probably going to football. It's that simple. Like, it's not complicated. USC has opted into the 22% revenue sharing. So if they make a lot more money, whatever that 22% is, they're going to split that out amongst the athletes that they pay. So again, if I just want to walk y'all down the path, this was never a trick. The NCAA normally fights everything. They never wanted to change. Now they're changing all of a sudden. But remember, a few weeks back, I told you, they're getting ready to put in a super league. That means a different type of TV contract. That means that the national championship game is probably going to be a pay-per-view game. All about dollars and cents. This was all a plan from the beginning, and it's all going to work out just fine. It works out in the pros. It'll work out here. Yes, you're going to have snakes. Yes, you're going to have victims. Yes, you're going to have all that other nonsense, and it is what it is. So you got to prepare yourself now. University of Ohio State, bam, they are paying out maximum revenue allowed in the settlement, 22% of profit sharing, and I can guarantee you is going to football. There are schools where basketball is the number one sport there. Those schools will probably end up playing basketball before they pay football. That's how it is. But I'm telling you now, kids are going to have a mass exodus from sports. Parents are going to push their kids into sports they ain't even qualified for because they know that their kids a little bit away from a paycheck. But all of this goes into effect for the 2025 season. So all your 2025 graduates, they are the ones that are on their way to getting paid. They're the ones. And that's the payment plus NIL money. Those NIL deals, that's outside of the school. That's other things. That's boosters and companies. That's all of that. So those two things are separate. So what I did want to put up, if I even still have it in here, which I do. Apparently I don't. I had it in here for athletes that were getting paid throughout the year, the top 25 athletes getting paid over the last year or so. So let's pull that up real quick. Let's get it. It is, because this was important. So I definitely want to make sure that we get there. So with these top 25, I'm going to go ahead and pull them up inside the studio. So I want you guys to see them as well. So let's go ahead and pull up paid players. So let's start here. Wait, did it come up? No, not that one. Let's take that one down. Let's pull up. Let's get this guy off the screen. Hey, it's me by myself today. So, well, from here on out. So here you go. Let's get to these paid players. Let's start with in this slideshow. So you got QB Kyle McCord at Syracuse. He made $857,000 last year. I'll wait. That's just NIL money. Now he about to catch checks too from the school, right? Julian Lewis, that's Juju. We put him on some stuff out here. He's coming out of Florida. He's going to be a freshman. He's part of the 2025 class. He's making $1 million in NIL money right now. It's only going to go up when he goes in. He's committed to USC. We'll see what happens with that. But that's not include what he's going to make from the school that has already announced profit sharing. Garrett Newsmeyer, LSU, $1 million. Robert Dillingham at Kentucky, $1 million. Cooper Flagg, $1.1 million. Nico came out of California down to Tennessee. This kid has not played a down of football and made $1.2 million just in his NIL money. That is not including what he's going to make from the school. Again, let's go. I jumped around. Bryce James, he's still got 2 years before he graduates. He's already making 1.2 because in California, you can get your NIL money in high school. In Nevada, you have to wait till you're a senior to start getting NIL money. There's other states, Texas, everywhere else you can get paid early on. Let's see. Dylan Gabriel, Oregon, $1.3 million. Those ain't even the big numbers, man. Jackson Dart, Ole Miss, $1.4 million. Evan Stewart, Oregon, $1.4 million. Arch Manning down in Texas has not played for 2 years. Just got most of his time during the spring ball game, $2.8 million. And that's just NIL money. That is not including what he's about to get paid in Texas. Just telling you that right now. Livy, I think I'm saying her, Livy Dunn. She was at LSU, $3.6 million. Look, man, I could go on with this list on and on and on, but it's important that you understand that these things are about to change. Your kids' lives are about to change. Your lives are about to change. I'm going to be, shameless. I'm definitely plugging Complete College Prospect, under the new system that's in there. They are building out everything that is going to help your athlete get from the beginning to the end and manage a lot of this stuff to prepare themselves. Social media, marketing, brand development, all of that kind of stuff. And it's needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just is, as the Who's Up Next show, I have to worry about making sure the brand is right. I have to worry about making sure social media is right. I have to worry about all those things. Any company does, McDonald's does, Amazon does. So you as a brand, you need to as well. And so don't listen to these. You're going to have those old school coaches and some of your parents that are like, why are you worried about your brand? No, if you have 100,000, Nico down in Tennessee was big because he had so many followers on social media. He had over 100,000 followers. I'm telling you right now, if you're a decent athlete with pretty good talent and you have a lot of followers, you are definitely going to get some offers. They might not be the Power 5, but you're going to get some because your followers are still followers of the school now because they're still following you. So they might catch a game. They definitely going to view a game. And if things go the way I think with this pay-per-view national championship possibly popping up with its head, then your followers are viewers over there too. There's a reason that Destroying is getting all of these chances he's a quality kicker. I take nothing from him, but there's a reason that he kept getting chances trying out for pro teams, going up to Canada, going to the XFL, things like that. He kept getting those because he comes with millions of followers. That's why he gets everything he gets. He comes with those followers. So your social media management, everything it matters. So again, I'm going to tell you, there's other companies out there. Like this show isn't going to just not talk about everybody else. There's definitely other companies out there. There's some good ones. There's some bad ones. But I can support Complete College Prospect because I know what is being offered there. They're about to start hiring city success reps. So you got a Complete College Prospect rep in any city that you live in the United States. And if you live outside of the United States, they're working on that too. So again, there's going to be somebody you can look at face to face that's going to help you get where you're going and do the things you need to do. This has changed everything. And so I just want to make sure everybody's on board for getting it out. This doesn't need to be secret news. Just because I get alerted every time something happens doesn't mean that you can't go out and find information as well. And I recommend that you do. Again, you cannot hire an agent in high school for college. That will make you ineligible. But they cannot tell you as an employee that you can't have somebody look after your money when you're being handed $100,000. Like, come on, man. They by law, they can't. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a kid, I'll do you one better. Some parents ain't gonna like this. Parents, if you don't want to hear it, you cut this off, right? Some of you dudes and some of you kids out there, might want to consider whether or not your parent is the kind of parent that should be responsible for your money when you start getting your money. That's all I'm going to say. Parents, if you get offended to it, you might want to think about why you're getting offended by what I said, because that might mean that you're that parent. You know what I'm saying? And if you're that parent, there's time to change. But you know, some parents will say that they're not going to take their kid money until that money come in, until you start seeing those zeros. Once you see those zeros, let's be honest, man. A lot of people go against their better judgment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not infallible. I've made stupid decisions in the past before too. So, you know what I'm saying? Not with my kid, but you know what I'm saying? Like it happens. Money's funny like that. So I would say parents and athletes, prepare yourselves. High school coaches, prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves for the things that are about to come out of kids' mouths. Some of these kids know that they're about to make more money than you made in your entire career as a teacher. I'm sorry. You're underpaid. It sucks. Teachers are underpaid across this country, left and right. I get it. What you want me to do about it? But these kids are about to get checks, and I promise you they're going to say things. And if you won't play them, somebody else going to play them. And it doesn't. Vegas is notorious for terrible rules, which we need to do something about. The NIA, whatever the hell they're called, that they have terrible rules, but they're going to be forced to change too, because too much money is going to be on the line. And if these kids go elsewhere, then your state falls behind. It's a business decision thing, but a lot of stuff is about to change. And so you guys need to get out there and get that information. Again, 2025 athletes, I beg you. Hell, 2025 and on, I beg you to get it together. 2026s, 2027s, 8s, 9s, and then for the next 10 years, prepare yourselves for the fact that y'all might not go to college, not D1. Unless you working when nobody's watching, unless you busting your butt all the time, unless you in the weight room, unless you throwing pitches, unless you spiking balls, unless you shooting in the gym. If you're wasting time, you're not going to a D1, because it's a business now. And as a business, they're not bringing you in there for that. They're bringing you in there for you to be a performer right away, to do what you need to do. So if your talent ain't there, if you don't work hard, you're going to go to what is going to be the new JUCO, D2, NAIA. JUCO going to be like high school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you what it is. Youth football, let's see, youth coaches, start teaching these kids the fundamentals of football the right way, because this trickles down to y'all. Oh, absolutely. But what's going to happen is youth football teams, youth basketball, youth baseball, all that. If you got terrible coaches, parents are just going to leave your stuff, because now parents are going to understand, wait, I don't have that time. Think about it. If your kid's in the 8th grade, they're 4 years from possibly being millionaires. If they live in California, they're 2 years from possibly being millionaires. There you go. There you go. There you go. But coaches on all levels, take this time to up your game as well and be better coaches and prepare them for everything. As a coach, you're not just a coach. You're also supposed to be coaching them about life when you get an opportunity to. So help them, because, again, some of these kids ain't going to be ready for this. This is definitely going to destroy, again, it's going to destroy some kids. Aaron Hernandez got all that money and still was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the facts. Aaron Hernandez got all that money and was still a killer. Still in the street, still doing what he do. What you want me to do? So that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yourself prepared, get your kids prepared, get your environment prepared to do the right thing. We'll chop it up about this again on the show. You know what I'm saying? To make sure I show it again before I get up out of here. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Do not forget, if you get an opportunity to get your complete college prospect, college recruiting workbook, again, you can get it at ccprospects.com. If you become a lifetime member, it's a one-time payment. You get the book for free. I think the books are going like $49.99. It's a big book. It's like 100 some pages. And it walks you through everything for your recruiting, so you can do it yourself. So you don't really need anybody else for the recruiting, you know what I'm saying, part of it. it pretty much it's very thorough, and it walks you through everything. I had a chance to take a look at it myself, and having gone through the process, I can tell you, like, as a parent, you don't have to know anything, and this college recruiting workbook definitely tells you everything you need to know. So if you get a chance, grab that, add that to your repertoire of things you need to do. Yo, man, it's been a great show. We ain't got no exit for this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure all that gets done. Get used to seeing just the big fella. That's how it's gonna go. You know, my guy has some things he needs to take care of, and we definitely wishing him the best. The Candyman is, you may see him from time to time as a drop-in guest. None but love for my brother. Hoping that everything goes well for him and things he does. If you having problems in your life, whether you're young, you're old, I've been there. The Candyman held it down when I was down. Get help. Talk to somebody. Do whatever it is you can do, you know what I'm saying, to help yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Don't just keep that to yourself. Don't just try to handle everything on your own. If you're young and you got questions, reach out to somebody. If you're, you're an adult and you married or whatever, there's always somebody you can find to talk to. If you feel uncomfortable talking to people in your family, reach out to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've always been lucky that when I'm going through it, Candyman always been just a phone call away, a text away. He walked me through some definite hard times. And my life ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've lived a great life. My life isn't terrible by any means. But I've been, depressed and other things on my own. We ain't gonna be afraid to talk about things on this show. But if you out there feeling like that, definitely reach out to somebody. If you're out there going through some things, reach out to somebody. And it's just that simple. The only mistake that you could ever make is not saying anything, not speaking to anyone, and definitely getting to that place where you believe that you're not needed here, because that's never the truth. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done. There is someone breathing that needs you. It's that simple. Whether you've met them yet or not, there is someone who needs you. And that's a fact. And I'm going to get out of here and end the show with that. Yo, it's the big fella. I appreciate everybody joining me. Get with us next week when we're going to showcase a whole new group of athletes. Go look up those athletes that we showed today. Will Fella. Let me make sure I shout them all out because they're fantastic athletes. Zacoby Riley, Marina Herod, Will Fella, Jaden Mayberry, Austin. I know his name ain't Rivers, man. We ain't going to do that. We're not going to do Austin Grady. So make sure you take a look at any of them. Get out there, check out their film. They're all on X. So you could definitely go. I don't like supporting Elon, but X is where it's at. You got to be there. All of them over there, all great athletes, all great people. All right, man. Deuce.